I grew up with Motown. You know, I like the Motown sound. Couldn't dance a lick in high school or college, but just loved it. So I can't believe now all I listen to are the Soul Town.
Soul Town, okay.
And I can remember those songs, man, like yesterday. If I hear one playing, I know who that is. Percy Sledge, all these different people. But I know you were in the music business and.
Yeah, well, you know, there was a guy who used to come through our house by the name of Solomon Burke. And he's actually in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he used to come by, and he used to, you know, with my sister and my cousins and whatnot. And I thought he was a relative, as a matter of fact. And then later on, when my sister got married, her husband managed a group called the Intruders. And his cousin was in the Delphonics. So, you know, Philadelphia was like a music haven at that time. And that's how I got more involved with the music. And of course, when I got to New York, I met two guys, the Alain twins, who they were in Jimi Hendrix's last band. And what's interesting is that Jimi Hendrix's birthday was about a month or so ago. And they had in the paper the twins, the Alain twins. And I didn't realize that Jimi Hendrix had given them the name that they came to me with, that I started managing with, which was the Ghetto Fighters. So, you know, music has always been a part of, you know, growing up, and, you know, and also part of my game, because my game was more rhythmic and whatnot. So, you know, music has been a big part of me.
So how ironic now. I used to party all the time in Harlem, Wilkes. Small's Paradise. Yeah. Never thought of living there. And now I know you've been there longer than me. I've been there maybe 8 years, and you've been there a little longer.
15 years, yeah.
Yeah, the metamorphosis that Harlem has undergone.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, even when I was living downtown, you know, I used to come up to Harlem, and you know, it's. You know, again, it was the music, it was all the other things that was going on there, the ambiance of Harlem at that time. But now it's made a metamorphosis, and the metamorphosis is even, I guess, is better than it was before, because what it's done is bringing a more diverse group of people together. And one thing I always thought about Harlem, and I thought was really a downfall, is that people more or less, you know, they just said, okay, we're not going to buck the system anymore. We don't want to gravitate to anything else. This is where we are. This is what we want to do. And now with new people coming in, you know, they're demanding more services and things of that nature. And I think in terms of that, you know, Harlem has really grown.
Yeah, this definitely a melting pot. You know, with all the restaurants, I can get sushi now. You know, we got what's
well,
this?
You don't like sushi.
I like the eel.
You eat across the street a lot.
Oh yeah, I can get my man Jacob. So it's wonderful living there. And then for me, when I step out, I'm like the mayor.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, Clyde, give me a picture. Clyde, give me an autograph. You know. So it's nice to see what's happened up there, and but a lot of people complain about gentrification, that they're running out the older people that are living in the neighborhood. They can no longer afford it. So,
well, you know, that's true. Especially, you know, I live in a building, so the building, you know, has a lot of older people in it. And you know, what's interesting, we're talking about older people. You know, we're those people now.
I know, can you believe it? Right.